Alrighty, are we live? Yes, we are. Ladies and gentlemen, there's been a lot of questions. There's a lot of emails out there about DiceCon. What is it? What do you have to do to be there? And exactly what goes on during DiceCon and who shows up. We're going to talk about all of that and answer all your questions right now.
Welcome to the Color Up Podcast. Whether you're a seasoned player or a beginner eager to step up to the table, this is your lucky podcast that's all about the thrill and strategy of the casino world. I'm your host, Jeremy. With me is Jim the Professor. Let's get rolling. Right, I'd have to look on my website. I think we're 40 days or something like that away.
Whoa.
There's like a countdown on the DiceCon page, but yeah, I wanted to cover some things. I do have a ticket deadline because I have to turn in my numbers for the dinner and the events and all that stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So officially 42 days left, but I think I have the deadline for tickets as June 4th. But like you said, people have questions. Yeah, you have time. You have time. So I wanted to cover. We'll start off maybe with the who, what, where, when, why.
Right.
About DiceCon. Right. For some people, hey, you go every year. We love it, or you love it, I guess.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
I do too. And you don't need this show. This show's not for you, but some are new to it or have been once or whatever. So I do want to go through everything and kind of what happens, what it looks like, what's important about it, why you should go, why maybe you shouldn't go, maybe it's not for you, those sort of things. So,
why would you say that it's not for you? Why would you say something like that's not?
Well, if you don't like to hang out with other like-minded craps people who like to have fun, get together. You don't like, maybe you don't like too. Vegas. It's overwhelming. Maybe you're one of those guys who likes to play craps at 2 a.m. in the morning by yourself.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, you could still do that, but
yeah.
This really isn't, the event is not geared toward those type of people. And, maybe you're just a big roulette player. This is not for you. I don't know, Jim. I'm trying to,
Okay.
It's for it. And listen, if you're watching our podcast or watch my show, it's DiceCon's for you, I would say, probably.
Yeah. I would say for most of the people who are tuning in, it's going to be for them.
That's probably pretty fair to say.
Yeah. So coming up on some deadlines.
Yeah.
And we're going to go. You want to talk? How do you want to open it up? What do you want to do first?
Well, I mean, I guess that we can start off. I'll cover some details quickly. We hold it in June every year. I hold it in Vegas. Just because it's, usually it's the easiest to get in and out. And it is a club member event, but that's real easy to overcome. You just go on my website, colorup.club.
Mm-hmm.
As little as $5 a month, just join. You could cancel after. I don't care. Yeah. It's not that big a deal.
But I bet you if they come, they'll stay in the club.
Yeah, you'll stick around. That's why I do that, because I know you're going to stick around. It's a great community. So you join, and I'll send you the link where you can buy your ticket to DiceCon.
Mm-hmm.
And so it really is a meetup of club members. So Color Up Club is a community of dice players, and I held some meetups, around the country. I think my first one was in Denver, and
I went to that one.
Oh, did you really?
I don't know if it was the first one, but I went to Denver.
Okay.
And we went to Blackhawk, which was a lot of fun. But yeah, I went out there. I've got the pictures from several years ago before you made your
it must have been the
moves.
second one
Yeah.
So I did a few there. I've done them in Reno. This year we went to Bellagio, but Vegas and DiceCon in June each year is our big event. So we usually have. I think the smallest turnout was 78, maybe. It was 75 to 100 people show up.
And then you have some unofficial people too, right?
Very few.
They try to crash.
My support usually is my family.
Right.
I've had in the past some other kind of YouTubers that you guys may like and know. And so that's kind of what it is. It's just, it really is just a glorified meetup of craps fans. and we have a lot of fun.
And it's glorified meetup of Craps fans, club members, Craps fans and club members, but it's more to it than that. You've tried it a couple different ways. You've had it super structured, you've had it lightly structured, and why don't you talk about the rationale on that and what your thoughts are? And
I've done it a couple of ways earlier. So this is our fifth year.
One. Yeah, so I think it's
25th annual.
Was, two,
I
three,
think that was
four,
the first
5,
one.
6. Yeah, 22.
Yeah, and I've got last year's jersey. We usually do these jerseys.
You don't have to do the jersey.
You don't have to. No, this is an optional thing, but when you go, you'll see a lot of people, because we usually theme them every year with different colors and that sort of thing. So this was year 25. Year 25. It's not the 25th DiceCon. It's the 5th, or it was the 4th. But
the year of 25.
So this year is America's 250th birthday. So we kind of themed it like a little vintage red, white, and bluish.
Right.
A little bit. So that's kind of the color theme of this year. But I lost track of your question. Oh, the kind of the structure of it.
Yeah, the structure.
So early on, I spent like a ton of time like, hey, we'll do the Ferris wheel, and then we'll do the I don't even remember them. It was like the museum.
You did things like you did pinball museum. You did this, you did that, you did this, and you did that. You filled up the day's itinerary, basically.
Yeah,
and
I tried to fill it up every couple hours with stuff, over the multiple days. Another thing I should mention, I always do it weekdays, because it saves people a lot of money. I mean, we do it in June, so prices are usually down already, but they still get you on Fridays and Saturdays and a little bit on Sunday. But the weekends are still jacked up in Vegas because that's when the crowds come in. They come in huge amounts, come in from California or wherever, and people are off work typically. So the weekends they jack all the prices up. It's just
they do.
It's the nature of how things work. And so we usually do it weekdays so people can get in there, get in relatively cheap. And so I had a bunch of itinerary items. And I found out that not a lot of people signed up and showed up. So they love like the grand opening event. They love the closing dinner event, and maybe one or two like on the second day, or one on the second day. But they are here to play craps.
And they want to get out and about.
Time. Yeah,
and the other thing, you organically make some friends.
Absolutely.
We met a bunch of people online. I know I have. It's been really cool meeting everybody in person through the years, and then depending on where they're staying, that sometimes people have little groups like that, and we tried it all different kinds of ways. And
so I found out, these groups of new friends usually organize things themselves. They're like, hey, let's book a cabana at the pool. Hey, we're staying at the same hotel.
Right.
They'll do that, or hey, let's do dinner. A lot of people are doing dinner here at 6:00. Well, we want to do 8:00 dinner, and then we'll go to this casino. And so, a group of 4, 10, whatever it is, go do their own thing. So I found that having it just really open helps people kind of do things at their own pace, kind of organize
what they want to
do things, and, play craps when they want to play craps. And it's just kind of, it works out. And I think that kind of very loose itinerary works out very nicely. So that's a little bit of the structure of it a little bit.
Okay.
So this year,
go ahead. Keep going.
This year we're going to follow that simple thing. So a lot of people will come in Sunday, they'll be here Monday, but the official event doesn't kick off till up. And I'm probably going to do like a Monday morning event type thing, unofficially, but
unofficial
Monday evening.
We have unofficial Sunday nights too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Anytime anyone's in town, we'll be doing stuff.
We'll be doing it, yeah.
And I'll get out there and meet with you.
Awesome.
Excuse me. So Monday night will be official kickoff. And I've done this in the past and sometimes change it, but this year I'm renting out Casino Quest again, and I've hired. This year I think I did like 9 dealers to help us on the craps tables. But we'll play some games. I think this year, because we're sticking with the Americana theme, so we'll be doing hot dogs, and I get you the beers and the sodas and stuff like that. And so you come to like a big opening event, we play games, kind of tell you how it's going. this is a great time. I do a couple things to get you introduced with people, talking to people. Because the last thing I want to do, I want you to know if you're coming by yourself, that's okay. And that is a big purpose of this event. Because when you come by yourself, you're going to meet someone. I don't want anyone come in here and go into play by themselves unless you really want to.
No, they won't. People,
Yeah.
People ask, well, I don't know anybody. No,
Yeah.
you'll meet some people and you will be surprised how friendly people are.
Yeah.
And once you start making connections, it's a go, and you're going to have, I don't want to say lifelong friends, but you're going to have, best buddies, maybe lifelong friends forever. And I love it. And even though I only see some of these people once a year, and even though sometimes I don't, a couple of them don't get on Discord as much, or they don't interact as much with the club, but when you see them in person, it's just like an old high school buddy or something. You're just picking up where you left off.
So if you come by yourself, you will not be by yourself for long. Someone's going to say, a small group or whatever, hey, there's 3 of us. Come with us to such and such casino, or what are you doing right after this? So don't worry about that. That's really what this event is for.
And we're sharing
people
Ubers.
in person. Yeah.
Yes.
Meet people in person to play craps with, because it's always just a funner game with craps. I know here's a comment here that says DiceCon needs a major craps tournament with a trophy and bag and rice. We actually do have, give away medals. There is contest for longest roll. I don't do tournament because it's a little tough to, as oddly as it is, it's tough to get like the tables, and there's 100 of us. So the timing and all that stuff. And I don't know, I just haven't done like a tournament like you would think of. But we do have contests with, I've always done medals, not trophies, because I got to think about people flying home and that sort of thing.
Right.
I guess I could ship them, but
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of thing is fun, and people, it is huge bragging rights to have the longest roll. We usually, hey, who was a dice controller, who's random, and it's usually a good mix every year and a lot of fun. So that is a big part of DiceCon. Jim, you got a question? Have we covered kind of the what?
Yeah,
the when,
so.
The where?
The when?
Oh, well, I guess I could finish.
Did you give the actual dates this year?
I usually don't.
Oh, you don't broadcast the dates. Okay, that's right.
Yeah, it's in late June. You'll get all the information. Just because. So when I mention like, hey, we're going to be wherever, I don't need a bunch of people going and filling up tables, and it's
right.
No.
I got you.
I mean, a lot of these are closed events, like opening events. I've rented out their whole facility, so you can't get in the door, right? Or day 3, our closing event, I rent. Well, this year it's going to be a little different. I rented out their steakhouse. And so that'll be closing dinner. And it just depending on how the orientation might be tough, whether we can kind of, because that's where we do our award ceremonies and giveaways and all kinds of stuff at the end. But just how it's structured, it's not like a big convention room. But I have got
the
a
layout
convention
of the room
too. So we may have to do a convention room and then move over to the steakhouse for dinner. But it's got a really cool view of Vegas up top, the top floor of Binion's. And so that'll be a little different, and it should be a lot of fun. And then day 2, I've added a little what I call classic Vegas.
Yes.
Yeah. So I rented out the bingo hall. It'll be a private bingo session at Circus. So this is, I don't even know what bingo is. You get little squares with numbers, and you got to kind of, I don't know anything about bingo, Jim.
Is it an ink pad?
Yeah, it's no computers. Okay. It's old school. You get these like pens, daubers, I guess, which I'm buying and putting in everyone's bag. So everything's covered, and you hit the numbers and you get them in a row or something. I don't know. But so I got the bingo hall going, and then we plan on going down to the coin operated slot machines afterwards.
Oh, wow.
You don't have to. That part's optional.
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah. I'm thinking like old school. It should be really fun. Yeah. Justice Jen's coming. Love bingo. Yeah. You have to teach me the tricks, Jen, of how to play bingo. So I've never done it.
I think it's like slot strategy. Strategies.
Hopefully you get the right numbers or something. Yeah. Yeah, I'll use the old slot strategy.
House edge on that is probably pretty high.
Yeah. So so that's it. So that's basically one big event a day, and beyond that, you have free time to play. I do have what do you call them? Oral agreements with several casinos that are going to give us reserve tables. I'm just confirming with them to make sure that they actually schedule that and have staff, because every year it's always an issue. Well, we can't staff you, whatever. Because I get it. With the size of our group, for all of us to play together, and some people ask me, like, why can't we do? We're talking 6 tables.
Yeah.
And most casinos don't even have 6 tables, right? I know, you know, a couple of the big ones, Bellagio, Wynn, you know, and I've talked to these people, and they're like, yeah, like Wynn. Like, we'll give you 10 tables. It's got to be $50 minimum, you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, we can't really do that. You know, we're looking for $10 tables. Yeah, so usually I end up with 1 here, 2 here. I've yet to get committed anywhere who says 3. I do have one that says, yeah, I think we could do 3 for you this year. But again, that's not going to be everybody, which it kind of works out because people finish early or come in different times.
Yeah. And bankroll and stuff, depending on how often you played or won or lost the night before, that kind of thing. So
I do want to be clear that it's not like all 100 of us are going to be able to be, you know, at tables next to each other. It's usually going to be, hey, there might be 30 of you that get in 2 tables. It's more likely going to be like, hey, 10 at this casino, and you just go and find a casino on your own, because that is the good thing about Vegas is they're everywhere, Jim.
Yes.
So it may not be an official reserve table or anything, but you walk up with.
But we can flex.
Yeah,
I've seen
that's true. A lot of
tables.
times we go up to a table. Hey, we've done this. Hey, how about lowering the limits? They do it. They're like, you mean for the 10 of you, 15 of you stand here? Yeah. Or, hey, can you open a second table? Or these type of things. You'd be surprised what you can get when you ask. But
and sometimes it works the other way when they get a big crowd around it, and then they say, hey, the next shooter, the minimum's going up to 15 or 25 or whatever. I say, that's okay. We'll all color up. You know, we'll stay and play at 10,
right?
But we're walking if you try to jack us up, and that's what we do that sometimes. And then other times we have club members who are very good at some really nice casinos, and they've gone in on a busy night, and they said, hey, look,
can you get us a table? Yeah,
can you get us a table? And then, you know, at this price, and it happens. So when you got people together like that and everybody's excited and ready to roll, and I've seen pit bosses take off their jacket, roll up their sleeves, and they'll deal.
They start dealing. Yeah,
they start dealing too. And but yeah, and then
because I try to give them a heads up, like, hey, we got a group of 100. I suggest you staff. Some of them do, some of them don't. But hey, if they want the Color Up Mafia playing, and I don't know about that. We're great. Usually we get a lot of compliments after our group leaves. Like, man, you guys had a great group. We'd love to have you.
Last year there was a controversy.
Yeah,
remember? Yeah, we ended up on another person's podcast, our favorite podcast.
Yeah. I think there was some misunderstanding.
That's what it was. Misunderstanding.
I can't control everyone, right? And everyone, that is one of my topics of discussion tonight, is like, everyone is different. I can't guarantee. Listen, I would say almost everyone, amazing people, especially the ones I know. And it's not really about being mean or nothing like that, but it's like people have different ideas and styles of play, right? Like, you should only play for the money, or you should, you should be a hedge player, or you should be a dark side player,
or etiquette players.
Yeah, etiquette questions like, hey, never buy in, only wait for the puck to be out to buy it.
Don't cheer for this number.
Yeah, cheer for this number, not for this number. Like, there's all kinds of things like that people are just different, and that's okay. You're welcome as you are, of course. I hope that we've learned and taught you some etiquette, and generally, hey, be a good person that, people appreciate it. It doesn't seem like it's that hard to be.
Remember the name on the name on the front counts more than the name on the back.
Yeah, usually the overall reports is, hey, man, you guys have a great group and we love having you. So but every once in a while, it's like some weird thing. Like, the thing Jim mentioned, like someone's like, oh, this group of dice controllers came up and they were getting on us about cheering for the wrong number or something. And The story's a little more complex than that, but it was a nothing burger. It was really a lot to do about nothing. But for one, we're not all dice controllers. I would say more than half of us are not. So it's not a thing. And not that it's not a thing, but it's not. We get along just fine.
Some skeptics might say there's no dice controllers.
No. Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about. My point is that,
but no, we're cheering for everybody.
We're all cheering, right? Yeah. And we're all trying to hopefully win and color up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you wasn't aware of any issues because it's not. Yeah, there's not like. It's not. Yeah. It's not real issues. I'm just saying that people sometimes talk afterwards, or silly stuff, middle school stuff. We've never had any issues at all. Nothing like that. So we've done different things like tracking people. We've tried apps, where you check in, we notify where you're at with that, and then we have our community thing where you can chat, but things when you start playing the game or you're eating, all that stuff kind of goes out the window. So it's usually like, hey, what are you guys doing? Or it's this kind of these smaller groups that you find and you kind of roll with them, right? That's kind of how it works.
And then when you get finished, you want to go look on the app or the Discord or whatever.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean the other people are on there at the same time. And that
right, because like, hey, we have a big roll.
Everyone's been 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone's here at the Golden Nugget and we're having a great time. It's 50. And then by the time you walk over there, it's like, oh, by the way, now we're over at, whatever, El Cortez and da-da-da. So, it kind of works. Roll with the small group. And then that's what's nice about each day, because it's a touch point where everyone kind of gets together again, and then you can kind of make new plans. And anyway, I think I've covered enough of that.
How about the why? You want to talk about the first one for a little bit? Are we there yet?
I mean, you might have to help me with this one because it was kind of just like an evolution of.
I'm going to tell you what my version of the truth. You know what they say, my version of the truth and all that kind of.
Let me hear yours
crazy
first
crap.
then.
So my version of the truth was we kept talking about it with the club management or whatever, casino host or whatever we are in Discord. And I wanted to have like a big one in Vegas for everybody to go to. And I remember it kept bugging you and
I think at that time I probably lived in Colorado or Reno.
I think you were.
I've only been in Vegas for 1 year.
Yeah, I think you're in Colorado still.
Okay.
And I said, hey Jeremy, it's like January, and people need to plan, and you need to have a little. Give people some time to either schedule off and stuff.
Let me mention, just so this makes sense, is
okay.
So my wife works for the airline. We fly standby, which means if there's a seat available, you go, which means we do not book flights. We don't plan for things because you have to wait literally to like hours before to know, hey, can I go to Florida visit mom or whatever or not? Because it just depends if there's an open seat or not. So our lives are run with zero planning. Everything is fly by the seat of our pants last second. So that's why Jim's bringing up, hey, people need to plan.
That's why I was like, hey, you need to plan. You need to buy airline tickets and all this kind of stuff. And finally, I don't know what it was or with everybody in there. And you think, hey, let's go ahead.
It was just like pick a date, right?
Yes, pick a date. And I said, hey, can we wait till my school district gets out in middle of June? I said, please, whatever you do, can we do it after this date in middle of June or whatever? And you were nice enough to say, sure, and I said, hey, I'm coming. So anyway, that's what I remember.
Yeah, that
about
sounds
the first
right.
One.
I think that's why it kind of ended up in June, and it works for a lot of people because it's summer.
Vacations,
it's vacation times. It's the low season for Vegas itself.
Yeah, and that works.
There's a lot of benefits that we've kind of stumbled across, and it's kind of worked out.
Hey, one thing I was going to mention to you, there is no, and you can mention this to people, why or why not. There is no like central hotel that you have. I know. So I think I saw a comment. Somebody was saying something about casino host. There is no central hotel, and it is a. It's not a. It's a confederation because everybody has different casinos and different comps all over the country. So whatever your best deal is, you go there. So we've got some people who stay on the Strip every year. We've got some people who do Caesars. We've got some people who do MGM. We've got, and I used to be a kind of a hotel snob, and I would do Caesars or MGM. And then I finally went down to downtown, and I actually enjoy the downtown scene a lot more, especially when
This will be his 4th year at DiceCon. Awesome.
Yeah, there you go.
Jen's going to be at the Paris. Nice.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, and it depends. We've got all kinds of people of all kinds of playing levels. And
yeah,
things.
I mean, I've talked, and when you talk to them in booking rooms, they're like, are you talking like 500 rooms? I'm like, no. I'm like, 50 maybe I can kind of guarantee. And they're like, yeah, we'll give you 15% off or whatever, 20% off. And I'm like,
they don't
wait,
care.
it just doesn't work because like Jim mentioned, like everyone has comps, right? In your local area, you're probably tied to a Caesar and MGM or Boyd's or whatever, right? And so for so many people, it's like that part's already covered and they don't have to worry about it. So although this year, let's see, Casino Quest is up off of Sahara Avenue. Day 2, Circus is up there. And then day 3 is downtown. So we're definitely more on the north end for the majority this year.
Yeah. Although some years you've been doing south stuff with the pinball and that. And then, hey, we've been doing it so long, some of the casinos aren't even there anymore. They blew them up. You remember? Actually, that was the Tropicana. That was the first year because I wanted to go to the pinball museum, the new one, and we went in there, and the host rolled up his sleeves, and we were at a hot table, and Jeremy was like, "Hey, the thing's supposed to start at 2:00."
First off,
whatever.
They're like, "Well, we really don't," or they had a higher limit. I'm like, I said, "Look around. Do you want us to play or not?" And they're like, "Yeah, okay." And so the guy's rolling up his sleeves and like, "Okay, we're going to drop the table limits," and people got on there. And then, I'm like,
it was crushing.
Guys,
we were crushing it. Yeah,
they were crushing it. I'm like, listen, I would love to stay and play at the table because the table's hot, but I'm going to have to go to the next event that I scheduled just because I got to be there in case someone shows up. But a lot of people ended up staying because the rolls just kept going. And that is another problem with the itinerary.
Understandable.
Oh, yeah, completely. Yeah. I'm like, I have to leave because I'm the host. But everyone else, please stay and keep playing craps. Enjoy. That's what you came for. So you do have to leave windows for that because it's not a timed event, right?
A buffer.
Hey, and I am never going to ask any. Hey, there's times when people missed the closing dinner because they're like, we got on like a 50 roll. They're like, we couldn't leave. I'm like, completely. Hey, in this community, we completely understand that.
But yeah, there are advantages and disadvantages to the busy itinerary versus the other one, but it's a lot of fun. But the history we've gone, you've done more northern stuff, we've done the southern stuff, we spent some years at Ellis Island. In fact, one of the years we went to Ellis Island, they had one table in particular, and I know they've had this big remodel going on, and by the way, I'd like to get over there to check it out this year. I might try to do that as a pre-event because I haven't been to the new casino floor at Ellis Island. They've finished I guess it's phase 1 or whatever they're calling it. And they finished it. And but anyway, one table was so bouncy. It was a game to see if you could keep the dice on the table. Was the game. Forget about what it was rolling.
No fun.
No fun that year. And they listened to you. You mentioned.
Yeah, I said, listen.
Yeah.
It was not fun. It's literally it was like it wasn't even the game of craps. It was like, just like Jim said, the whole object was trying to keep it on the table. I'm like, listen, we want to come back, but you got to change the felt. And he called me back and said, we changed the felt. We're doing it. We're not. I'm like, okay, we'll be back. And so we were, so that was cool.
And they
had a comment up
those
here.
dealers. Go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses on.
New member here, unfortunately, can't make it to DiceCon 26. Understandable. But we'll surely try to make next year. We'd love it. Any thoughts on doing one on the East Coast? We talk about it all the time. Bellagio's the furthest I've gotten so far. So that was not officially a DiceCon or anything. And DiceCon is really a meetup that's a little more organized. But it's a little tough when I'm not familiar, right? Like, how do I do in Atlantic City when I don't have any connections? I don't have anyone to talk to. I don't have like a base. So, it's tough to do those kind of remote things with me being unfamiliar. But yeah, we're working our way out there.
What, the one I would love is the one you just did, the Biloxi meetup. I would love to do that.
You missed it.
Oh, I missed it.
You mean as like that
as
be the East Coast version?
Yeah. I mean, that would be fun because there's a lot of casinos. They're not, crazy expensive. And I bet you, there's a ballpark right across the street from Beau Rivage, and there's other stuff to do. And, it's like a mile and a half, and, mile or
it's
a
a
half
good
mile
little
this
town.
Way. Yeah, it is. I think it would be
I don't know.
Doable. I don't know.
I don't know about
air
the
travel,
other places,
yeah.
but yeah,
The
it's
air
tough
travel,
to get into because it's smaller.
You'd have to
I
go
ended
to
up flying into New Orleans, but anyway, we're talking about something different. Mike from 85 Bears was. I'm like, I think someone he brought with him. There was like 3 people who showed up to pinball, and that was it. So think about it, like 100 some people, and like 3 made it to pinball, and so it was things like that where it's like, hey, I get it, understandable, and I learned to move on and stuff. But
yeah. So, are you reading through some comments as we're going?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we can. Let's see where it's held. We covered. We did the who,
right?
The what, the wheres, the when. It's in June, Monday through Wednesday, and most people they're mentioning they're coming in Saturday. I think Jim, you're coming in Sunday.
Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, Saturday night.
Some people stay after later.
Yeah.
Because officially the closing will be on Wednesday night, but some people are there Thursday or Friday.
Yep.
And I think that's it. There's some discussion prompts, so you're more than welcome to answer.
Okay.
Or ask me anything that brings you up. Otherwise, we can go through some comments.
I'll go.
I do want to answer any questions people have.
I'll run up to the top there and see.
They're asking about where they play. I was a Blackhawk person because I was closer there. Cripple Creek is down. Was at Colorado Springs, and Blackhawk's outside of Denver. So, see, that's the problem. Like, you get into the East Coast, like Jen mentioned, AC is mostly $25 tables. So I do know they have several casinos, but then you get into situations like that.
Yeah.
Which is fine for some people, but it's not fine for everybody, right? And I don't want people to be like, I'm forced to do it. Because you can come, like DiceCon in June, it's going to be no problem for you to find $10 tables anywhere you want. There's a couple 5, and there's a 3 actually in Vegas. But you won't have problems finding them playing $10. If you want to play 25, you could do it. If you want to play 50, you could do it. If you want to play black chip shovels, you could do it. But I don't want to be in a situation where like I mentioned earlier, where I can reserve the win, for $50, and half the people's like, I don't have the budget for $50. I'm here for multiple days. I'm here for all week. And so I want to kind of make it as accommodating for everyone and
inclusive as possible.
Inclusive, that's a good word.
Yeah, inclusive as possible. All right, so we're going through some comments there. Let's see.
I have heard it's all the way up there, and we may be able to pull it off between the two up in Connecticut. Oh man, I always forget their names.
Something Woods, right? Or
Foxwoods and something else.
Yeah,
it may be able to be done between those two. It probably is not going to be, New York.
Yeah. I don't think so, but we'll see. We'll watch, and
I'll be driving in on Sunday. Check in, grab dinner, find warm up sessions. Yeah. Biloxi is east of the Mississippi, so okay.
Yeah.
Is it
technically
officially
East Coast? Yeah, typically.
There's this, like out here in the West, you have Blackhawk, you've got Cripple Creek, you've got Albuquerque is actually a great town with multiple casinos.
Albuquerque,
believe it or not.
okay.
Yeah. California, although it's card craps, but there are several, like in San Diego area. Obviously,
Low minimums.
Vegas, you have Reno. You've got where's the the Mount Rushmore? What's the town's that? That's a really cool town.
South Dakota. Yeah, it's
I forget the name of that town.
Small Blackwoods or something, or Badlands, or
yeah, I forget.
No, not Black Hawk. Daggone it.
But it's
like a trivia
although
game.
I haven't been there in a few years, and I've heard some of the tables have been gone. But
okay,
yeah, Jen's mentioned the Palms, $5, and they're good tables, good dealers there.
Mm-hmm.
You can get $3 at the Rio, but I would say it's not as great a casino, not as great dealers. But hey,
3
it's
to 3,
an option.
3 a.m. 3 p.m.
3 a.m. to 3 p.m.
3 yeah, that's what it is. In the Y again, I had Top Hat. So he's one of our club members. I met him at one of our unofficial meetups over in Indiana. And I say unofficial, one of the regional meetups with Demon Dog Chris and who else was there? Anyway, I can't even remember right now. There was 4 of us there. Daggone it. No, it was...
These are live tables for $5 at the Palms.
Yes.
Usually Ellis has one. There's a couple $5 tables in that $3. We're talking live tables.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You'll also find electronic tables for $5.
I played on a $3 bubble crap individual machine over in Portsmouth.
Yeah, there's $1 bubble machines out here in Vegas.
Oh wow! There you are bragging again. All right.
Well, my point was that there's a lot of places out here, and in the East, there's not as many, like a bunch of located. What's the one near Memphis?
McLaughlin or something.
No. In Memphis, Tennessee. It's Tunica.
Tunica, yeah. No, that's Mississippi. Yeah, that's west of. Yeah, that's Mississippi.
North.
Yep, north. Okay.
So there's a couple towns, but really, to pull it off, you need a little area with 5 or 6 casinos, I think, in a pretty close proximity. And it just doesn't happen in the East as much.
Mm-hmm.
Can you, recap when and where? Yeah, it's Las Vegas. It's in June. It is a club member event, but go on my website, become a member, and then I'll send you details.
And your website again is what?
Colorup.club. I should probably.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can add
put
a banner here.
Yeah, that would have been smart. Yeah.
Let's see.
What's cool is we've had literally people from Europe and all over the world, quote unquote. And,
we always have our Canadian
contingencies. Yep. And No Shoes Ken. And the reason why they call him No Shoes Ken is because he's not wearing shoes when he's throwing the dice. Anyway. And sometimes he's not wearing shoes, period. Let's
Deadwood, South
Deadwood.
Dakota.
Okay. Thank you for helping us out there.
Yeah, let's see. I live in South Dakota, went to Deadwood and played for the first time at $5 table with my husband. We went hot and ended up bringing home $350 thanks to Jeremy's videos. That's awesome. Love to hear that. And that's what I've heard about the Connecticut ones is Foxwoods and Mohegan Sun. And they have $5 tables sometimes. That's always really cool. Tunica, someone said, thank you.
Yeah,
West Memphis, Arkansas. Yeah.
I saw Weary Buyer Ken says he succinctly put it down. He said that the Color Up Club member assemble for 3 days of nonstop craps. It's amazing. I don't want to say it's nonstop. We do sleep, eat, all that shower, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, most people do. It's not your typical.
St. Louis still has 6 casinos. St. Louis, that's an interesting. When I went, it's interesting. When I go into the casinos, it's like there's 6 tables and
crapless, right?
4 or 5 of them are open. Yeah, and they're all crapless. And they'll have one standard table that's not open, which
I had a buddy of mine. He and his son were playing over there a couple weeks ago, and I got a text from him when I was out of town, and they were crushing it. The son was crushing it anyway.
St. Louis local here. Tell me the percentage of crapless versus standard there in St. Louis. What do you got? Give me a local report.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, join the club.
$5.
As little as $5. Yeah. You can cancel afterward. I'm not going to be nitpicky about that. I would prefer that people kind of get to know each other. It kind of works better, but it's okay. I get it. People want to hey, this big event's going on. I'd love to be a part of it. I'm not going to Although maybe I'd consider it's like you got to be a member for 6 months or something like that. It's not about the money. It's just about learning the culture and that sort of thing.
And sometimes it's easy for people to meet in person and then meet online. And then I grew up meeting online with the Color Up people, and then we met in person. So I guess it works either way.
Yeah, so that's why I don't mind. Like, hey, come out. This is your first kind of contact with the club. That's great. You're going to meet people. You become offline friends, online friends. It kind of helps the thing. So that's why I don't shut it down. That I open it up. But
that was a little.
I'm not going to like, hey, give the website on YouTube and say, hey, everyone comes out, because if you're not going to make a commitment to say, even like try to say I'm a club member, you get some wackos coming, and I will have problems then with people. So we're there to have a good time, not to. I don't want to babysit adults.
Let's see. Charlie says, Jim, do you mean that the organically friends are grass fed? Yes.
Yes.
We are definitely grass fed. But we do have some people who probably have some vitamins and some extra stuff in there too. So we'll see. Let's see. Dan
Horseshoes is totally crapless, but near it is the Casino Queen, and it has all regular crap. So okay, good mix. That's good. All right. In the East St. Louis, $15 regular table, $25 Friday and Saturday nights. Yeah, it would be one of those things where whatever format or whatever city, I would definitely keep it, the Monday, weekdays. Because
so that's your best. Yeah, because any casino you can go to on a weeknight, it's going to be packed. A weekend night, it's going to be packed Saturday and Sunday. And that's typically when they're going to have their highest minimums.
Yep. But it's a lot easier to call them up and say, hey, I'm bringing 50 people. The tables, can you staff the tables? Will they be $10 for us, or, whatever? And they'd be like, yeah, are you kidding? We'd love to see that kind of action on a Tuesday morning, right? So
let's see. Victor says DiceCon needs a major craps tournament with a trophy, and we talked about that. But earlier. But then Dan said Jim's 100% right. Great group of people, went solo twice and never felt like he wasn't a part of the DiceCon group. Yeah,
that's an important comment there.
Yeah, very important, and we're very normal, friendly people. I mean, we have jobs. We're not degenerates. It's some people are retired, some people are not retired, some people whatever. But a
lot of ladies. I mean, not. In the group. I would say it's more. There's a larger percentage of ladies represented than when you might normally go to a casino atmosphere where it's like 9 guys and maybe 1 lady. So if you're a lady, I know some of them come with their guys or whatever, but or ladies and ladies, whatever the situation. Right, I'm just saying there's a good percentage, which I love to see. Just normal people. We're just a bunch of normal people.
And then what's cool about sometimes like the wives. If they're, if the husband is the craps enthusiast and he's playing with, the rest of us, sometimes the wives get together and they have more fun. I know when Bonnie Boo is gone, she's had a great time with the buddies and stuff. So it's usually one of the things she's asking is who's going and when and all. So it doesn't always happen because everybody's got busy schedules, that kind of thing.
Yeah, when Jim says there's something wrong with being degenerate, he's just that's the comedic side of him.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah.
You're still invited as a degenerate, but
yeah.
We don't condone problem gambling, but
let's see. Randy said, hello all. Is this live? Yes, it is live. Yep, we are live. Let's see.
Yeah, so if you have any questions, now is the time.
Yeah, now's the time. If you're on the fence, thinking about it, whatever. And you know what I love about Justice, Jen, and Jenna, hopefully you're still listening here. When we had we didn't schedule a lunch, but we all went down and ate pizza, right? Mm-hmm. And had all these tables, and there must have been, 30, 40 people there, and with all the spouses and everything. And she helped organize the bills and everything. She's a great one on figuring that kind of stuff out. And I love the fact that we've got so many club members who have so many different skill sets that they just make it happen. I love it. So anyway,
careful
thanks,
at DiceCon, Jim. You may wind up being married by Elvis, like Dan did. I forgot about that, Dan. But yeah, you were like,
Dan,
we got married.
yeah. It's not an episode of The Hangover or whatever. So we're not
I
trying
think
to
you're
remake
the only marriage that I am aware of that got married.
Yes.
At DiceCon, but I guess it could happen.
Yes,
it could be you.
You can't be first, but you can be next. Woo! Right. Oh man, I hit my head on my shelf. That's what happens when you give your poor Ric Flair impersonation. Let's see. Yeah. And
Jeremy, is it too late to buy from your Color Up store for hats, T-shirts, etc.? No. I'm really bad at updating that. I think there is some DiceCon stuff on there that's from the original one. I haven't updated colors and stuff, but that's all handled third party, so that's nothing that I keep in stock. Usually just like the mats. And
it comes back pretty quick though, because
they usually ship it pretty quick. But that's all handled by a third party, and so it's always available.
Well, to be fair, you did say you were going to update that. Store
I'm working on it.
Once every 10 years.
Changing.
Yeah, once every 10 years, you said, and it's only been about 5 years ago since the first DiceCon, so plenty of time.
Now these things, this is also there's a link to these on the DiceCon webpage, and these it varies, right? They're being shipped from China, right? So it varies. Most people 4 weeks, so you have time. I mean, if you get into the last week of May and wanting to order one, some people have gotten it like the day before. It's that timeline's a little tough. So 4 to 6 weeks, I would say. These things run because it's like you pick the jersey, and I have suggestions.
Customize it. Yeah,
I suggest you can write whatever you want. Like mine's usually has my last name on the back, but I usually do the year. And DiceCon, of course, people do all kinds of stuff, but kind of as a theme, this is what I suggest.
Sorry.
And these usually run about $50. There's almost always like 10 or 15% off coupons everywhere. Yeah. So once you add in, like this is $4 and this is $4 and blah, 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 it's usually, and then shipping, although I think they say it's free shipping or whatever, but I think altogether, these run about $50.
So $50 on this. All right.
Well, Casino in Vegas has the highest odds. I think Main Street Station
is 20 times
or
odds. 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Plaza, I'm not sure if Plaza has 20.
Okay.
It used to be, I guess they're renaming it again. It's like Vanderpump. They're on Mid-Strip. They used to have 100 times odds. Cromwell,
yeah, they changed the name. Yeah. Rebranding, as they say. Well, our good buddy Random Roller here, who's also a YouTuber, and great little channel there if you want to watch it, he brings up a good point, because when we were at the Golden Nugget last year, that's when I showed people just what you can do with the 3-point dolly. You just turn it into a 9-point dolly and hang out.
Jim has no problem with all the crapple stables in St. Louis. Keep mollying it up.
Mollying it up, baby. So keep going. And that's okay as long as you got your buddy beside you rolling the ATS. But repeating for all those needing. So, yeah, absolutely on that one. Let's see what else we got on here. I'm scrolling through. Yeah, let's see. Looking forward to the fourth DiceCon. This will be the fourth DiceCon. Looking forward to it coming every year. That's be Tornado 14. So BT Dan on that one. Yes, he is definitely good for the pool party. So hopefully I can get in on that. By the way, I did announce where I'm staying, and Gold Nugget. So back over there
where
again.
The cool kids are, huh?
Yeah, well, that's what we say. I don't know. There's definitely quite a few over there, but if there's room on any of the cabanas, I need to get online and go back in Discord. I've just been so busy lately working on my data, or not my data, my
So what's it like at DiceCon? I mean, we've covered a lot of that over the last, I guess, 50 minutes now. So definitely go back and listen to it if you haven't. But what about like, can Can you give me like a personal story or something that kind of stuck out to you, Jim, about DiceCon?
Stories?
I don't know what what's it like? Like, give me a example of something's like, this only happens at DiceCon type thing, maybe.
I think there's, we've had it, and actually it's kind of grown like through the years when you've had it at Casino Quest, because we've gone through like, I won't say every one of the Casino Quest places, but we've kind of, if they've grown, we've gone. But like a few times we get there and there's, somebody's an older person or whatever. I say older person, I'll be 59 June 30th, whatever that is. But I still feel very young. But, sometimes somebody will be quiet or whatever. And, people do a good job at reaching out and being nice and inviting and getting people there. Because craps is a very social game, and that's why one of the reasons why we all love it, the excitement, whether you know everybody that you're playing with, but there is a connection, there is something magical that happens when you're around the table and it's a long roll or in the ATS hits or whatever it is. And it's a shared experience thing, where slots is just you sit there and press the button, and blackjack, some people are happy if the dealer busts or whatever, but a lot of times they're pissed off at each other. Where craps, we're a different breed. We're definitely more social on it. But as far as great stories and all, how about this one? On one of the arranged events on one year, we went on the big wheel, and come to find out Mr. Color Up is not a big fan of the heights.
This is a story we need to share? I mean,
I don't know. I've just mentioned it. I don't know. I just threw it out there. But
fair enough.
I noticed we haven't rescheduled. We haven't been back for whatever reason. But
yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. I actually enjoyed it, but I enjoyed it from the middle of the ball, because they're like big rooms.
Yes.
Getting close to the window, not my thing.
Yeah. I'm like you. I respect heights too. But I was not like.
I'm a little beyond respect.
Yes, I respect. In fact, one of my first dates with Bonnie, we went to like a little Chesapeake city fair, or I forget what it was, the annual city fair, and we got on this old rickety rackety Ferris wheel. And it was just one with a bar, and it's swinging, and I'm just holding on, just like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And I just didn't want to fall out. And I think Bonnie didn't think I liked her because I didn't scoot over to try to hold hands or kiss her. So, hey, baby, I'm holding on for my life. You ought to do the same.
It's different because I'm an Ohio kid. So if people know, I grew up around Cedar Point. They're always having like the record
roller coasters.
For the roller coasters. I actually love roller coasters. It's just the heights. I don't know. And I used to actually, my second career was a roofer, commercial roofer. So, but I don't know. As I get older, I get to an edge and my legs start quivering. It's just one of those things.
Mm-hmm. How about this one? What is this one at JTP? That jersey hanging behind your looks like
it does look like a locker.
What are you talking about?
You got the shelf behind you.
Oh, okay.
You got a shelf. You got your stuff
at
up
Jim
there.
The
You got
Professor.
your next jersey.
Okay. I was like, who's JTP?
JTP?
Yeah, that threw me off. Oh, yes. Well, yeah, thank you, Ken, on that one.
Congrats on getting monetized. Okay, Random Roller. There you go. Starting to get
there you go.
Those pennies rolling in, right? When you first get started. Pennies, dollars, not much.
It adds up.
It does eventually.
Yeah,
keep at it.
Congratulations on it. And he'll be in there on Saturday. I'll be in there on Saturday around 9 o'clock as well. So hopefully we will hook up.
I've got tread marks all over my back from Jim the Professor throwing me under the bus. Yes.
Who said that? I missed that.
We can't. It doesn't matter, Jim.
Okay.
Just move on.
All
Next
right.
comment.
All right, next comment. Moving along, yeah.
I could take it. I've got thick skin. And Jim's,
you.
I know
Okay.
Jim's funny. Trying to be
I'm
funny.
trying to be anyway. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. What else we got on here?
I always bet on the don't. I'm a dark side player all day. We've got plenty of those. Welcome to DiceCon.
Yeah. Come on in.
One of us is going to win. Sometimes both of us win, actually, believe it or not. Sometimes the light side players win, and then the dark side player gets... The dark side player always wins last, usually, right, in the final 7 rolls. But sometimes we could both win. But, hey, we've got no problems.
I like the one
How you play?
I played at with one of the early years, probably the first year at DiceCon. The guy was a dark sider, and he said, I just want to get my money at the end. You guys can roll a bunch of your numbers. I just want my money at the end. I said, hey, whatever happens, happens. Whatever happens, happens.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Mike says, DiceCon is awesome. If you're new or a second-year shooter, hook up with me. Fremont Street is, the kids say, lit.
Yeah.
You can walk to any casino together, chat along the way. Yeah, Mike's kind of, I don't know how old you are, Mike, or if you want to share that. But, he's a mature gentleman, and he gets out there and has a good time. So he's a fun one to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's
and
a great
he
guy.
likes the little what is this thing at the D with the little horses that run around the racetrack? The old thing, what's it called?
Oh yeah, that's a great game.
Yeah. So a lot of people like it.
Yeah, Derby.
Derby, there you go.
Yeah, they have some newer electronic versions, but they're still classic at the D Casino downtown, on the second floor.
Awesome. Let's see.
Okay, 66. All right, he's a young 66, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Young in heart.
Oh,
Sigma
yeah.
Derby, yeah.
And he can get out there and I wouldn't have guessed 66. So congratulations. Okay. Yeah, congratulations on that. Let's see what else going on here. Driving in Sunday, checking, grabbing dinner. So that's Dan doing that. So that's awesome. We don't go to casinos where dealers are jerks usually. I know I won't anymore. So there's some downtown casinos that have known for, cheap play and that kind of stuff. And some people like going to these places to go for the jackets and stuff. What is that? Fremont? What's the name of the one that has the jacket?
Fremont is the one
Fremont,
that does
yep.
the hat and jacket.
So, but we've tried, last couple times I tried to jump on over there and it would get a little busy. But yeah, there's one in particular I won't mention because I have no desire of going back. But it's a downtown, a block or so off the Fremont Strip, and oh my gosh, the worst pit boss, the worst dealer.
There's been some mentions of good experiences and more bad though than good. But hey guys, sorry I'm late. Kids took me to Hibachi Grill for Mother's Day. We failed to mention that. But happy Mother's Day to all those mothers out there.
All the ladies out there.
Yeah.
And I noticed your number one fan hasn't popped in yet.
Who's that?
Oh my God, your sister who's like.
Oh, that's who I just brought up. That's why I mentioned it.
Oh,
she's the one who reminded me. Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't see.
Yeah,
okay, I didn't say, hey Naomi. I didn't see you. Well, she must have just popped up, because I didn't see it at the beginning.
Yeah, she did. She said she was late. Sorry for being late.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My bad. All right, very good. So very good on that one there. So let's see what else we got on here.
Let's see. I'll be there Sunday as well. I like throwing at Cromwell. Nice, small, quiet place right on the Strip. Yeah, and I think they've already changed the name to Vanderpump or whatever.
Vanderpump.
Or they're in the middle of it, or I'm not sure.
Not Vanderbilt, but Vanderpump.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about that name, Vanderpump?
Trendy. It's some sort of trendy thing. No, I don't know anything about it.
There's not a Vanderpump family who are... No?
I don't know. It's
okay.
No, I thought it was like a nightclub or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not in the cool know, I guess. Maybe it's a family. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I don't know enough about it, I should say, to even comment on it.
Wow. Did you
but
see
I do
this
know that's
ahead.
what they're renaming the casino.
Dan put on here about did you mention about this casino that has no VIG on the 4 and 10? Is that crazy?
Yeah, I've been there. Traverse City. I did some work up there like 2 years ago. Michigan's got a great spot with a couple tribal casinos that do have $5, and yeah, I've been to that exact one there. Yeah,
and no VIG.
No VIG. It's 0% house edge.
Why would they do that?
Just a promotional thing to.
Okay, get some people playing.
Yeah, it's okay. Long term, they're not going to win any money or lose any money on the 4 and 10 buy bets.
Yeah, but I mean, why? But I guess they're going to make their money off the 5,
every other
6,
number, right?
Yeah,
So I mean, if you want to go in and be a smart player, you go in and just play the 4 and 10. But they know that's not going to happen. People aren't that disciplined. Thank you to do that. So, yeah, every once in a while it happens. I know Albuquerque was famous for doing they pay triple on the 2 and the 12 in the field, and that makes it a zero house edge. And it's just kind of a promotional thing because they know. Listen, no one's sticking to that. No one's sticking to just the 4 and 10. I've got strategies that start on the 4 and 10, but they don't stay there. Right? It's just not. They know they'll get you eventually. But yeah, there is a couple of cool spots, but I think they're a little too spread apart there in that area. But yeah, they usually have great games, great rules, and usually cheap games.
And thank you, Top Hat, for helping. I forgot about Whistle when the 4 of us met over in Indiana.
I'm not sure if they do the no vig on the lay bets. I'm not sure about that, but I do remember specifically the buy bets.
By the way, Random Roller, he put on here, he says, it's all about the pajama pants. There is no dress requirements, right, Jeremy? You don't have to, unless there's at the restaurant, correct? I mean, we want people to wear, code. We want people to wear pants. I mean, you have to.
Yeah, I'd appreciate for the closing dinner at the Binion Steakhouse that you don't come straight from the pool in your bikini.
Right.
Jim in his bikini thong, probably
not going to happen. Not going to happen. Not a pretty sight.
But yeah, he Random Roller usually has his pajama pants on, and that's fine. It is June. It is going to be hot. So,
very hot.
Heavy jeans and the jacket and all that's probably not required. I tend to wear shorts or very thin slacks, as an old person would say, and some sort of like a breathable
I'll wear
golf
pants.
shirt.
I'll wear pants. I think to the closing ceremony.
I like to hide my legs as much as possible.
No, I'll wear shorts during the day, but at night, I like downtown to have at night, especially having some pair of pants, another layer between my skin and the world.
Yeah,
I just like
the skeeviness that's out and about.
Yeah, I just don't want any.
Fair enough.
That's
how I am on airplanes. I cannot wear shorts. I always have pants when I'm on an airplane. It's just because of that. I feel like it makes no sense. Like, what is someone gonna? I don't know. Like, brush up against my leg, my knee. But I always like to have pants on in an airplane.
Oh, I tell the story.
I'm around too many people. I don't know.
So we talk about
weird quirk.
What is it? Southwest calls them COSs, customer of size. And when I fly with Bonnie a few years ago, Bonnie was on the window or the aisle, and I was in the middle. And then
hold on, I got to give a little shout out to my aunt here. This is the first time I've ever seen her pop into my podcast. So, Aunt Jerry.
Hey, Aunt Jerry.
This was my father's sister.
Wow. And, awesome.
Yeah. So
I can tell by the name it had to be.
Welcome to the show.
Very good. And it's like when Jim met Dwight's babysitter on Friends. I have so many questions. Or not Friends, on The Office. I have so many questions.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Anyway, I can't remember.
See, everybody likes his pants as well. They feel like a security blanket.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I was talking about.
She said, "I've never been able to catch you." Yeah, we're usually every Sunday night.
Yep.
And we're just a gambling show that talk dice. And this year, I'm talking about my yearly convention.
Absolutely, but yeah, I'm with you because like sometimes, like I had my arm. The middle person's supposed to get both armrests, the etiquette of the airplane, and this guy was like Michael Jordan. His size could not be contained, and it was his blobness was on my arm, and it started getting hot, and I just had my sleeve up there, and then I was just like turning.
Well, another reason for the pants for me is the climate control a little bit, because sometimes the planes are hot.
Freezing.
Every once in a while, you get up there, up in the altitude, and it gets cold, and you're like, "Oh man, what am I?" So yeah, I always wear pants on a plane, and pants in downtown on Fremont Street. Not a bad idea. Even in June, then get your thin pants. I don't know.
Another barrier. Another barrier.
How about live stream DiceCon? I've done some. I've streamed some of DiceCon, like an opening event, closing event.
And you made don't forget about the sizzle wheel.
We never played that.
Daggone it.
We're over an hour.
I know, but you should play it. It's still
think so?
51. Yeah, it's 51 people here. 50
All right.
now.
We should have played this earlier, but let me just add this here.
Yeah. So this was from 2023.
This has been a couple years, but
you'll get the gist of it if you're still hanging in here or if you're still on the fence. So let's see.
Let me just let this roll here.
Hopefully the volume works and all that.
Yeah, it should.
There's a bunch of us here.
Yeah, landed right between all the dollars. So it's just the way it's.
What'd you win?
A nice crisp 10.
Most of this is just opening event stuff.
Yeah, all this opening event at the old Casino Quest. Yeah, he was the one who won the 100. There's Mike. See Dan and a bunch of other people.
Hawaiian crab shooter.
Yeah, Hawaiian crab shooters is there. Yeah. Hand
It's
pay
my first
there.
ever hand pay at slots.
Wow, congratulations.
We got a 7 and a 7. We got a rough night. This is a new number.
It's a little bit of a closing event. The dinner.
Yeah, closing the
And the history book
Catered banquets usually.
with 48 rolls. From Tulsa, Oklahoma. Danny
That was the
Ryan.
year you won it, right?
48 was the winner in 2022. That's
No, maybe that wasn't the winter year you won.
We're in the
secret,
50s.
and it's how you touch the dice and everything. And you know, and I've listened to a couple of them and said, it's how you touch it, it's good touching and bad touching. I said, oh, that's just like what my therapist says to me.
I told you I'm on my way. It's the hard way. 4-4. Figure out how to do that, but it's true.
So many games and fun there.
I recognize some of those guys.
Oh, yeah, that was with the YouTubers, right? Brian, John.
And 3, 2, 1, go.
Gotta have some silly dice games, right?
All right, and hit as well. That's your team members.
You gotta get here to DiceCon next year, June, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So that was a lot of fun. Hopefully some people hung around for that. So I didn't see
Jim, have you
anybody
been getting my
jumping out.
texts? What Vegas casino has the wall of fame dedicated for long rollers? Yeah, it's sad. They used to have the plaque. So it was between California and Main Street. There's like a walkway over a road where they had like a Hall of Fame and just hundreds of plaques of, you know, people have rolled for 2, I think if they were numbers or I think hours, I don't know. But now it's just switched to like digital. They still kind of have a little display there, but it's like on a TV and they just scroll names and stuff. So not as exciting, but that's where it's at. In,
The golden arm
California.
thing you're talking about, right?
Yeah, golden arm.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. And it's a time thing, not number of rolls for
Yeah, I
golden
believe
arm.
it's everyone who does over an hour, which to me is kind of like a weird thing because if it's slow table and it pays a lot or whatever, but
or
I give my medals at DiceCon for
long.
longest rolls. And that year, what was it, 43 or 40? But I think last year we were up in the 50s.
62, right?
60,
no, 62 was after.
After.
That's right.
Yeah, because she won the competition at like 58 or something. And then like when it was unofficial, like a couple hours later, it was like a 62 or something. Like follow her around, right?
Code Legends, eye candy. Yeah. And believe me, wherever she goes, I bet you there's going to be some people heading there this year.
Yeah. What was all the money all over the table? What was that about? It's just a game I came up with where I just put a bunch of cash on the table. I mean, full transparency, most of them were like singles. There's usually some fives, a little less tens, and usually like one $100 bill. And people everyone got a turn to throw dice. If your dice land on some cash, you keep the cash. So
you get one shot though. You get one roll.
Yeah. I usually make up games like that for giveaways and prizes and just fun games because we could do that. That's something you could never do at a casino because they're regulated and all that stuff.
Right, but Casino Quest,
security. But Casino Quest, I have a lot of freedom to do a lot of different things. So we usually that's why I like having the opening event there, and we can. So for the first hour, I got a bunch of dealers, but then
camaraderie and building up stuff, and I like it on the first night. I think that's a big plus for it.
It's a good event. Mm-hmm. So I think that's it. Thanks for everyone stopping in.
Yeah.
I think I've covered it. If you came in late, you can rewatch it. But this is all about DiceCon. The ticket deadline is June 4th. So coming up, and then the event is in mid to late June. And I think I gave it away because I said it was like 40 some days away or whatever it was at the top of the show. But you can do the math.
I bet you.
And I also said it's Monday through Wednesday, so it doesn't.
I don't know.
I'm not
Jeremy.
trying to keep a secret, but
I don't think you need to be a Russian hacker from Uganda or whatever to figure that one out. But
it's not that big a deal. But go to my website; it's listed down there, colorup.club. Join as a member, and then you can either get it through the community information, or I'll send out reminder emails, or I'll send you an email, message me, whatever. We'll get you the website where you can buy your ticket. Podcast next Sunday. I don't know. I haven't looked at the calendar. I mentioned earlier I'm a fly by the seat of my planning guy.
Sometimes you are.
So usually every Sunday we haven't looked at the calendar and confirmed with Jim, but
I think I'll be all right.
Yeah.
So
I hope that as many of you can make it out to DiceCon. It's a great time. I know me and Jim love it. Many others do.
Oh yeah.
There's at least 60, 70 kind of repeat group that just have a great
every
time.
Year.
So we'd love to have you out. And there's not much more. I think we've covered everything.
You covered it
all. Not much more we can say about it.
Great job, Jeremy. And nice job of remembering the video too.
That was my one job.
No, it wasn't your job. We should have led off with it, you know.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. But because no one's going to rewatch non-live live stream after an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah. It is what it is.
It is what it is. And maybe we'll see you, Naomi. Good night. Jerry, if you're still out there.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. And good night to everyone. We'll see you next week.
All right. And good